Good morning, everybody. The computer was taking a second to wake up there. But I hope everybody's having a great day. My Saturday is just beginning and I am so tired, but that's not anything new. So how's everybody doing? How are you spending your weekend? Your Halloweekend. Very excited to be getting some reading time in today, some like uninterrupted kind of reading time. I have the house to myself today, so that's been nice. And gonna do some reading. Not sure I'm gonna edit, but very excited for this to be Halloweekend. This is like the one weekend that I'm like fully available to be able to actually do lots of like reading and events and like play the board game a lot. So I'm really excited for that. I did skip week 1 because I was like away all last weekend. So I jumped in and I decided to do I think I'm doing the same room that like most people are doing if they're doing week 2, which I think is the bedroom. That's the one I'm doing. Because I have a lot of time. So I'm like, let's pick the bigger room so I can move around a lot. Hello, Bree. We have Carly here in the Halloween costume as a frog. Just kidding. Your everyday costume as a frog. Be reading, filming, editing, and some other admin items. Nice. This sounds like a very productive day. I love this. Drying Hugo's feet. Was Hugo out in like the dewy grass or something? Because yeah. I mean, I don't have a dog, so I don't have to do that, but I have witnessed it with people with dogs. Hello, Ellie. I'm doing great. How's everybody else in the chat? I have my coffee here. I've been really on a kick lately of drinking like latte K-cups because I have a Keurig, but like regular iced I don't like hot coffee or like hot drinks very much. So I really only ever drink them iced, but lately I've been really into this like iced latte or just like a latte K-cup instead of just simple like coffee. And like, I could drink them every day. I don't drink coffee every single day, but like these lattes, I could drink every day. The one I have right now is like a McCafe K-cup thing, just like French vanilla, and I had a caramel. But my favorite one I think so far is there's a donut shop cinnamon toast crunch latte. The best. So I have that fueling me today. Yeah, he's a shorty, so his whole stomach and legs get soaked. This is so cute though. But like it is definitely a hassle, especially like it's mostly in the mornings right now, but definitely a hassle to have to do basically his whole body. That's so cute. What is everybody reading? If you guys are reading today, what are you guys picking up? My spin or roll, I'm doing it online. So my roll for my map yesterday landed me on a prompt that I had to spell witch on the cover. And so I picked up Wooing the Witch Queen because that obviously has a witch on the cover. So I am not very far into it yet, but so far it's good. It's like a very quick read. It's like 250 pages. So I'm going to hopefully finish this on sprints this morning, hopefully, maybe. This is definitely just like more fantasy, not really spooky season horror or anything. It's about a witch queen. It's apparently this is a book 1 in a trilogy about like 3 different queens who, like, assuming like, they're each going to get their own book, but this one's the witch queen, and I think book 2 is the fae queen, or is going to be the fae queen. I don't know what the third one is, but all 3 characters are in this book, which I think is fun because it gives you like a sneak peek of the rest of the trilogy. Undetermined if I will read more after this because I haven't actually made it far enough in this one to tell, but she hires a guy to be a librarian, a wizard. She hires a wizard to be a librarian for her castle of like magical books and stuff. not much has happened, but it is fun, like, so far. And it is a lot of, like, I feel like it's been a lot of character explanation at the beginning. Not spooky, but reading Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Nice. I don't know the last time I read this book. It was definitely, like, school age, I think. Maybe I read it in college. No, I think I read it in high school. But my husband reads these, like, all the time. Like, he rereads this series, like, all the time. I love it. And I think there's, like, is this the one? This is the first one, right? Because I think there's, like, the collector's editions are coming out of this series. And the first one came out earlier this year or last year, and now the second collector's edition one is coming out very soon. My husband asks about it because he knows I have it pre-ordered for him. So occasionally he'll be like, hey, when is that book coming out? Probably won't be doing much reading today, getting ready because I'm going out hiking and bookstore with friends. That's incredible. Always support the bookstore. Also, I do love a good hike. So that's really fun. I'm not planning on going anywhere today. I might have to take a trip to the store. Undetermined if I'm going to feel like doing that or not. But I do love hiking. I haven't gone on a hike in a long time. I should have done that this summer. But I have been to bookstores. It's the first one. Never read the series before. Ooh, I hope you love it. Like, they're just so, like, widely loved and, like, for good reason. Like, they're just such a, like, an easy but, like, in-depth time. I love it. And it's been a long time since I've read them. I think I read all of them. I might not have, though, because it's been a long time. But, like, they're so easily loved. And there's like a second series that's kind of, like, connected, I think, too. I'm reading If It Makes You Happy for a Red on the cover and spells the word skull on the cover. Nice. I'm in the red room. Yeah, I think I'm in the yellow one. I don't know what room. I just picked one. Because since I skipped last week, and, like, there's no way I'm doing all 5 rooms. So I just, like, teleported myself into the middle of the house. That's fine. But yeah, I don't have the, I didn't print out the map. I have it on my iPad. Yeah, I just, like, picked one. I probably should have started. There's probably a door I should have started with, but I didn't. I also currently, I think I'm sitting on a ghost. So I have a ghost prompt because I decided to get the equipment and investigate the ghosty. Hello, welcome. Only 44 pages, but first impressions are good. Yay, this is exciting. And they're also, like, they are really short. So, like, they're easy. Like, they're such, like, fun, easy reads too. I hope you love the rest of it. Still recovering from the extreme horror I read before picking my next read. What was your extreme horror? Share with the room, please. I love an extreme horror. Just trying to get through the dining room today. At the moment, I'm on the prompt Halloween colors. Nice. I found it very difficult. I was trying to do, because I'm also doing TBR Harvest, and, like, that one is the one I'm doing is a scavenger hunt. So, like, you don't have to read a book every day. You just have to, like, scavenger hunt, like, find a book that has the things on the cover. And I realized that, like, it's really hard to find things with, like, these certain elements on the covers, because I'm like, I don't know what half of my books look like anymore. So yeah, Halloween colors, it can be, like, I don't have orange books. I have, like, well, I do have, like, 1 or 2, and I've used them before. I'm like, I'm just gonna end up using the exact same orange book every time because I only have 1. You're in the green room. Nice. Do not ask that question. Oops. I missed the spoiler in Discord. I did, yeah. If you decide to click it, I ruin people's lunches. It's a novella called It's Me, Charlie. Okay, well, I will be going to look at that in Discord then. Yeah. He. I don't even care. I'm not eating right now. Well, I was gonna get breakfast during the sprint, but maybe I should wait. We need more orange books published. There's a real lack. There really is. Like, it's not. I feel like I have some. Like, there's one that I had picked for like a fall. It had fall items on it, and it was like the trees were orange because it was like a fall seasonal book. Like, it took place in the fall. So the special edition that I had orange leaves. But I don't think the normal version did. So like, it's just orange is not like a super popular color, which like I get it, but also when it comes to like having to pick books that have orange on the cover, I'm like, why aren't there any? Make it happen. Yeah, we definitely need more orange books. But like green, I feel like half of my books this month have been green, or like, yeah, I honestly feel like a lot of the books that I was considering reading this month ended up being green. And then I had like a couple that were purple. Technically, this one's purple. It's like a very light purple on this one, but the dust jacket is like dark blue and gold. So it's like all the different colors. But I don't read it with the dust jacket on. So for me, this feels purple. Orange, purple, black, red, green would all work, I think. Yeah, I feel like as long as it's got like, I feel like orange, purple, and black are the three like stereotypical Halloween colors. But then red and green, I think if you have like darker shades that feel like dark and creepy, like that, I do think it's kind of a vibe kind of deal too. Like if it's like lime green, it's probably not going to be Halloweeny, but like a dark green, yeah. A lot of my books, the one I just finished yesterday was dark green, and it had like creeping leaves and ivy and stuff. I'm like, oh, that looks creepy. I just feel like people would want orange to have their books stand out. You would think. You would think. But I feel like so many of my books end up being like similar colors or like color schemes. But like orange is not one of them. Hello from Sweden. Welcome, welcome. Not doing Halloweekend, but wanted company and sprints. Hope it's okay. Absolutely. Yes, you do not have to be participating in Halloweekend. These are just regular old reading sprints, but I am participating in Halloweekend. And so that's kind of like what it's to help everybody get some extra reading in. But yeah, you can definitely participate as much or as little as you want. You don't have to do this. Yep, we're just here to read and chill. I don't know what I'm going to end up reading. I'm like so scared of rolling for this board game because the last couple rolls I've done have been books. The prompts are ones that I like genuinely cannot fit a book for. And so I've been doing a lot of the activity prompts, which also is fine. Like that's why they're there. But like it just scares me every time I have to roll because I'm like, what if this is another prompt that I can't do? But I am excited for this one because so far it's pretty good. And like I have to read my physical TBR and I have to read my special editions. And this was a Bookish Box book. So I can check off so many boxes with this one. Okay, I think we are going to jump into our first sprint now. I'm going to do 45 minutes. Let's see. I want that one, that version. No, we'll do it this way. Okay, so we're going to do 45-minute sprint, and I will see you guys in a bit. Happy reading. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you all heard the cat because I didn't. But that's not surprising. I never hear the cat. I never hear the timer. I do think I found some settings that I can change that I'm going to hope that will work next time, but yeah, we're still working on the timer problem. How'd everybody's sprint go, though? I gained a cat who's sitting in a really awful space that I can't actually show you because I'd have to move the entire setup. But Kiara is now cuddling at my feet. I had a little bit of a snack. And I am now 36% into Wooing the Witch Queen, which is like, you can't see the title, it's so reflective. I don't really know about this book. This book feels like a cozy fantasy. I don't know if it's supposed to be. I need to look at what this book is like marketed as and like what it's supposed to. It feels like a cozy fantasy with like a little bit more intrigue than like a typical cozy, but I don't really know. I'm liking it. It's just like it's a weird, but like it's a very chill, like it's high stakes. Like there are high stakes, I guess, but it feels very like level. I'm not like feeling the suspense that I expected to. It's like weird, but I'm still liking it. I think that's because I like the characters, because the whole point is that like the main character, she's a witch queen. She's like, she rules and people know her to be like evil and like kind of like relentless and heartless, like willing to do whatever it takes. And so people like know that, like see her as being this like evil, powerful witch kind of thing. But like this guy comes in to be her librarian and he's like, wow, she's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And yeah, she's supposed to be dangerous, but like, I don't care. So he's just like got heart eyes for her for the entire time. And I'm like, this is a vibe. But it's like weird. Also, I don't know if Carly is still here. I don't see any more updates, but I did go and read the like extreme horror thing. It was like not what I was expecting though. Hello, welcome in reading What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall. You're liking this one. I don't think this is the one that I've read. I read one of those books, but I can't remember if it was the I think it was not this one. But I don't remember what the other one was called. The House. But I hope you're liking this. I have it and it's on my list. I just have not gotten to it yet. Planning on finishing my book this morning while also doing the normal Saturday clean of the house. Nice. What book are you finishing? No reading has happened so far, but I have an appointment in an hour and we're hitting up Costco. Nice. Hopefully get some reading in later. Just woke up and ate some yogurt. Love this. The timer scared me. I'm so sorry. The worst thing for me, like, because I can't hear my own timer still, every time I don't hear the timer, but like I am paying attention, and then I like unmute myself and I start talking, and I'm like, one of these days the timer's not going to go off for anybody else, and then I'm going to start talking and like it's going to scare people because the timer, like I just have this paranoia because I can't hear it, so I don't know if it's working or not. And there are occasions where like things go wrong and it doesn't go off. I love this. I love that Mel was having an issue with this because I do not feel alone anymore. Also, I think that's just Mel's brain firing on in every angle at that point. But I loved hearing that she was struggling. Working, so hoping it's quiet. I hope so too. I hope so too. Great. Listening to Zodiac Academy. 1, The Academy. I have still never read the Zodiac Academy. At this point, I'm like, there's just so many of them, and they're so long. My brain, there's so many series I'm in the middle of that I keep saying, like, I'm gonna read the rest of this series. No, I read 1. I'm still working on Ember in the Ashes. Haven't read book 3 yet, even though I finished book 2 like a week and a half ago. And I keep telling myself I'm going to keep going, and I will. But like, it's like series like this with Zodiac Academy where I'm like, that just is such a long endeavor of like, I'm never going to, I'm going to be reading that for 3 years. Because I read 1 book every 4 months. Kiara, she does deserve the love. She's looking really cute. I woke up this morning to Kobu cuddling next to me on the bed. And now, actually, he might still be back there. I think he might still be on the bed. And then Kiara's curled up here with me after she like rubbed her hand all over my book, or she rubbed her face all over my book. I did click Carly's post on Discord. Yeah, I did. It didn't bother me nearly as much as it bothered everybody else in the chat, which I don't know what that says about me. But I'm like, I could read this. Good morning. Reading Lucky Day by Chuck Tingle. Only a few pages in. I hope you love this. It's so fun. Crazy, as all Chuck Tingles are, but fun. Wooing is more cozy. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. It definitely, like, it just, like, nothing's happening. He's literally reorganizing her library, which I'm like, this is ideal. Like, I love reorganizing. And so I'm like, this guy's living the life. But also, being a third of the way in, and I'm like, that's pretty much all it is like him reorganizing the library and her showing up and being like, he looks good doing it. And he's like, she looks good being a queen. And I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm here for it. It's just like a very like chill time. I don't know. I'm assuming things are going to get a little bit messier because of like the hidden identity kind of deal that's going on. I'm assuming things are going to pick up more at some point, but for now, it is a vibe. You read it and gave it 4 stars. Okay, good. Yeah, I feel like that's probably where my brain is heading right now. Is like, I mean, I still have 2/3 of the book to read, but I do feel like a 4 star is kind of like the trajectory that it's on for me. Joined during that sprint. Hello, Jane. Working on final projects for grad school. Finished the Vampire Knitting Club and picked back up on Hungerstone. Very nice. Hope your projects are going well. Because, yeah, school in general, I do not miss it. I did not go to grad school, so I can't even imagine the level of things happening there. But good morning. Good morning. Read about 10 pages. Very nice. After a couple of sprints of heading out to Harvest Fest. This sounds so fun. Oh my God, I love a good like harvest event, or like literally any fall events are just the best. They're the best. I'm going to a like haunted house thing tomorrow night with some friends, and I'm super excited because I haven't really gone to anything like that in a while. And oh, it's going to be so much fun. I was wrong. I'm still here. Incredible. I'm glad you're here. They're running late. I meant to type The Awakening. No brain power today. All good. All good. Valid. So easy to binge on audiobook. Well, okay. This is helpful. This is definitely helpful. Definitely read book 3. It's the best in the series. I just read it a few months ago. Like the Ember in the Ashes ones. Yeah, I just finished book 2. Like, I will be reading book 3. And I literally had it out and I had a bookmark in the first page. I was like ready to go. And I think my problem was also, I don't love the audiobook. The audiobook reads really slow for me. And so I was reading them on, like I have them physically, but I also had the audiobooks from Libby, and Libby only goes up to 3 times speed. And at 3 times speed, my eyes were still reading faster than the audio. And it was really like screwing with my like comprehension. Like it was not matching. So part of me is wondering, like, do I need to buy them from, like, I don't want to use Audible, but like Audible or Libro FM? I have credits from Libro, so I could do that probably. But they go a slightly past 3. I think they both go up to 3. Audible I know is 3.5. Libro I think goes up to like 3.2, 3.25. I don't know if it goes all the way up to 3.5, but those go a little bit faster. And I do think that would be helpful for those audiobooks in particular, just because the male narrator especially just reads so dang slow compared to like the rest. So that was my struggle. And so like I ended up, I read like, did I read any? I think I did start with Reaper at the Gates, but I only read like the first couple pages and realized like I can't do this with the audiobook right now. And so I either need to get one that can move up a little faster, or I'm just going to have to go in without the audio, which I also don't love doing. But because I really do love having audiobook along with it. But I'm really excited because I loved book 1, and I really enjoyed book 2, and I have heard such good things about book 3, and I want to read it. I get that with series. There are times I love a series, I don't want to binge it because then it's over and I have no more books in the series. So true. That was me. Like, I am so glad that I binge read Legendborn. Like, reading those 3 books in like a short span of time, like it was the best decision. I was thriving. But the problem is I finished the 3rd book and then I was like, well, now what? Now what do I do? Do I ever read a book again? Because like I still think about those books every day. 57 pages of Onyx Storm. Very nice. Oh, what a book. What a book. I didn't click it because I was eating, and I'm eating breakfast at my desk, so I won't be clicking it still. Valid. Yeah, a lot of people had like really terrible, like awful reactions to it, and I read it and I was like, I mean, gross, but I've read worse. I love an extreme horror. 14% in Butcher and Blackbird, loving the banter. Yay! I love this book. This was like one of my all-time favorite books last year. I also think about this book on a regular basis still. Don't do it. Do not click that post. Oh, didn't read that sprint. Made tea. Got caught up with prompts for TBR Harvest Bingo. Yay! Bingo is like so difficult. I feel I struggled with finding books for some of the prompts. So I ended up more focusing on the scavenger hunt one. But it's been so fun. Good evening. Just joined me reading The Windweaver or The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. Not sure which one yet. Love this. I have not read either of these, so I don't have any. They're both on my list. The Windweaver has been, I want to say, at the like top of my list for like months, and I still haven't read it, which is a problem. But I've heard good things about both. I cannot follow an audiobook over 1.7 speed. Blows me away. You can hear what they say at 3. There was once upon a time where I heard Lexi listening at 3 times speed, and I was like, that sounds like Animal Crossing characters talking. Like, what? And then I started listening to audiobooks, and I slowly started, like, without even realizing, I slowly like started speeding them up to match with my, like, over time. And it took like, probably was a couple months where like I was listening to audiobooks regularly, and over time I just slowly started increasing the speed to match like my internal reading. And now, yeah, unless I'm driving and it's someone like certain audiobooks I'll slow down a little bit. But yeah, now 3 times is like my go-to, or even faster on some. But again, only certain places will, like certain apps have the ability to go past 3. Honestly, I never thought that I would listen this fast. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. And now I'm like, that's not fast enough. More, please. And Ember in the Ashes. Second half of book 3 is so good, and I was panic reading it. Oh my god. This is like the best. Panic reading is the best feeling, though, when you're like so tense because you're worried about what's going to happen. Helene cemented herself as a fave character? Wait, this is exciting. The male narrator is slow. Like, it's not that he's like slow, but he is slower than the other 2 female narrators. So even if I were to speed, like, I want to speed him up, but I don't want to necessarily speed up the female narrators, which makes it like really difficult. It's just the guy. I need him to talk faster. Wish you luck reading it. Strap yourself in. It gets wild. Oh my god. Oh my god. This makes me so much like more excited. Like now I really want to pick it back up. Now I want to like abandon all of my plans and just like jump back into the 3rd one. I need to finish at least this book and probably one other, but I really want to get Reaper the Gates because I finished Torch Against the Night at the beginning of this month, like within the last like week and a half. And so if I wait too long, then I'm going to start forgetting things about the book before going into the next one. Slowing, speeding them up. I had also decreased at times depending on the narrator. It just depends on what I'm doing. Yeah, this is so true. Like if I'm just listening to the audiobook, like sometimes I can slow it down. I would slow it down a little bit. But if I'm immersive, like with audio and physical or ebook, then like I usually have it sped up. But like some narrators, if they have a really thick accent, like sometimes I'll slow it down just a little bit to make sure I can like hear the different words. Or sometimes they just speak faster. Some narrators are just like rapid fire, and I love that for them and for me, but sometimes I do slow them down. And others I'm like, please talk faster, stop pausing, stop breathing between words, stop breathing in general. Just kidding. But yeah, it definitely depends on like the situation and the narrator and everything like that. And also the genre, or like fantasy, if it has like made up words in it, like I'm gonna struggle if it's like too fast because I don't know what the words are because they're not real. First time here, welcome in. Joining in a little late with The Lamb by Lucy Rose. Hoping to finish it tonight. Lucky this sprints in the afternoon for me over here. Yay, this is exciting. We also have sprints going for Halloweekend specifically. Like we have sprints going literally all day. And I'll mention it again later. I set up so that because Deb is going to be doing sprints right after mine end at 1 o'clock. I'm planning to go till about 1 probably. And I have it set as a redirect. So it'll go straight over to Deb. Like as soon as I'm done, it'll take you straight over to Deb's video. So anybody who's here for like the duration, you'll be able to go straight into the next round of sprints because they're going to be going like literally all day today. So all the reading. But I'm so glad you're here and I hope you're enjoying your book. And glad that you're going to be finishing it soon. Abandon all the plans. Welcome to the dark side. We have trauma. I love this. We love book trauma. I like genuinely do want to like toss everything to the wind. Planning on reading Ember in the Ashes in the new year. Yay, this is exciting. It's so good. I bought them because I was supposed to meet the author last September, like last year. I only read book 1 and then the author couldn't make it to the event. So I was like, great. She ended up coming back this year to the same event. And I was like, wow, I have a whole year to read the whole series. Flash forward to a year later to this September. And I was like, crap, I didn't read any of them. So I was picking up book 2 an entire year after book 1, which was also a mistake on my part. I definitely should not have waited that. Like I loved book 1 with my whole heart. and like rereading my review, I was like, this is the greatest thing. I have so many ideas and theories and all this stuff. And then I went into book 2 and I was like, I remember nothing. So I did have to refigure things out, but I'm back in it now. And so I want to keep going while I still have it fresh in my brain. This is the best kind of like truly. I'm obsessed. I love it. Currently listening to my audiobooks very slowly because I want them to last due to the circumstances I can't physically read right now. This is so valid. This is so valid. Yeah, definitely. Like it so depends on like the situations going on, the brain power that's going on. Sometimes if I'm like, I cannot listen. This book reads very, very quickly. So Wooing the Witch Queen, the audiobook is, the narrator is snappy. She is very, like she's reading it very quickly. And there are a couple times where I'm like, whoa, slow down. What did you just say? And I'm reading along with it and I'm still like, what's happening? But it's like, I'm loving it. But it just depends on the book. Every book is different. And Kovu has emerged from the bedroom so that he can start biting my things. Love that. I haven't finished a single book this month yet. I need all day sprints. Perfect. Today is the day for you. I just joined. Welcome in. Reading A Sky Beyond the Storm. This is so perfect. Wait, I love this. I love that this turned into Ember in the Ashes chat. Oh man, I want to get to the I'm at Reaper. I need to do this. Now I feel like I'm gonna, once I finish this one, which I will be finishing this book today, I'm like, I have like a couple other books that I need to read because of Libby Holtz, but also Reaper. Tamara's not a reader anymore. She only watches Big Bang Theory and crochets. You know what? I see no problems. Well, personally, I'm not a Big Bang Theory fan, but like I see no issues with like just vibing. And also the crocheting, a vibe. Yes. Kovu. He's so cute. He's so cuddly. And Kiara didn't even get up and run away whenever he walked in, which was progress. I think this is a sign you need to read book 3. I might start it. Problem is, I also have to read Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. And my audio hold for An Academy for Liars expires in like a week, less than a week. So I don't know what to do with that information. I don't know how to prioritize them, but we'll see. I gotta finish this book first, so it gives me some time because I still have at least like an hour and a half to 2 hours of that. Increases my baking and crochet obsession. Always. Me holding sign. I volunteer as tribute to be your sign. This is so funny. Yes. Why is autocorrect so mean to me? Vibing. I literally read Viking and was like, yeah, sure. Vibing. No, literally, vibing is the vibe. You have to read Slang too? Yeah, when are you reading it? Technically, I need to read it before Thursday. I don't need to, technically. The event is for Daughter of No World's re-release, but I told myself I was going to read Slaying before Thursday. Technically, I told myself I was reading Slaying and Fallen by Thursday, and we know that's not happening. Listen to the Libby books while sleeping. I don't have that much comprehension skill, okay? Saboteur here has a recap on every book on YouTube. I did need to know that. Here's the thing. When I picked book 2 up a year later, I remembered, like, this is just also a testament to how good book 1 was. Going into book 2, I remembered so much of the plot of book 1. Like, almost everything that was important about book 1, I remembered a year later. Like, as I'm, like, picking up the book, I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember, like, this, and this happens. The thing that I struggled with in book 2 was getting back into the relationship. I could not, like, I remember being so, like, enveloped in it in book 1 and loving the like relationship dynamics. But going into book 2, that's what I had forgotten. Like that's what was missing for me. And so it took a long time for me to get back into like who is who and who cares about who and like why, how we've gotten to this point where they like have feelings for each other. Like those things were what was missing for book 2. And like by the end of book 2, it got back into it. But that was like what was so disappointing for me is just like my own inability to like get that feeling from book 1 back. But the plot, somehow I remembered almost everything. Like it was kind of uncanny. But I do love that there's recaps. I should have used that going into book 2. Yes. Join us. Honestly, if it at this point, Slaying and An Academy for Liars, and I guess now Reaper at the Gates, those 3 are just kind of gonna end up being like when I do my next roll for Halloweekend, like if it fits the prompt, I would read it. Like whatever fits the prompt is gonna be next on my list. That's how this one got picked because I needed a book that spelled witch, and I was like, oh, it literally has witch in the title. I'm not trying any harder than that. So that's kind of I need to figure out if but Slaying I can definitely start within the next couple days, even if it's not the next book I read. I can read it like early in the week. What's happening back there? Habidir is finishing Air Duology, which is same world, different characters, and I think editing book 2 right now, waiting for a release date to read Air since I heard it's pain. Yeah, I'm waiting to read Air until I finished the rest of the series. But yeah, when I had met her, one, she did say that she hinted that because I have the Fairy Loot special edition. Was it Fairy Loot? Yeah. The Fairy Loot edition of Air. And she did hint that they're going to be doing book 2 to match. And I'm very excited for that. Still trying to make it out of my first room. I got the ghost with my last book and then rolled this morning and only got a 2. Rip. Yeah, I skipped the first room. I just went in. I just picked a room. I cheated a little bit. But I also know that I'm not doing the entire house. Like, there's literally no way I could do the entire house. So maybe I should have done that. I should have just tried to do the entire house in one weekend. Because, like, this is the only weekend I have that's, like, I have Thursday through Sunday. Like, I have availability to read more. That's fine. Early in the week is good for me. I have 3 assignments due tomorrow night at midnight for the end of the semester, but could start early. We do not have to we can start Monday. Let's start reading Slaying on Monday. We can just plan that. I'll be eyeball reading Slaying, so it won't interrupt any of my audiobooks, so it sounds good to me. Do need to read Vampire Academy, but we don't talk about that. Hilarious. Yeah, we can start Slaying on Monday. It could be fun. And that holds me accountable to actually finish it before the event. Not that I need to, because I don't think she's going to talk about it at all at the event, but got spoiled for a plot point. Aaron, no! This is tragic. I'm so sorry. So going back and forth between wanting to read the series or not, because it sounds quite interesting. Young adult, sadly, more often than not, doesn't hit as hard for me anymore, especially fantasy. This is so valid. I don't think it feels super YA. I do think it is YA because of, like, character ages, kind of, but, like, I don't think it feels YA. So I do think you'd probably be fine if it's like you're not opposed to reading it, it just, like, doesn't hit. I do think it could still hit because, yeah, it's very like violence and politic heavy. Slaying on Monday, woohoo! Incredible. Yeah, I really should have done a little bit better at managing, like, how much of the game I was doing. But good morning, finishing Catabasis, continuing the new Megan Miranda. Nice. Okay, we've hit a pause point, so I am going to we're gonna jump into the next sprint because we've been chatting for quite a while. It's been great chatting, but we've got lots of folks here to read, so let's jump into our next sprint. We're gonna do another 45 minutes, and then I will see you guys in a bit. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Hopefully the cat meowed for you, because it didn't for me. And I thought I had changed a setting, so obviously that setting didn't work. It's fine, I'll fix it one day. One day. But how did y'all do? How was your sprint? What are you up to? I am 50-something, 56%? Something like that, 55% into Wooing the Witch Queen. It's really cute. It's really cute and cozy, and I like this. Not at all. Again, it's not at all what I expected, but it's really cute and fun. Alrighty. Hello, Courtney. Welcome. And Deb, hello. Almost halfway through Zodiac Academy 1. Very nice. I thought that was my cat. Literally every time. I mean, I haven't been able to hear the cat for a long time because of my computer being dumb, but yeah, every time this cat, the looks that my cats will give me when they hear the cat timer is so funny. Perfect. Yeah, I had like changed a setting, and so I was like, I really hope that setting doesn't make it so that the sound doesn't go through StreamYard at all. Like it doesn't play for me, but it always plays through StreamYard. But when I changed the setting, I was like, well, I hope this doesn't affect like the whole thing overall. So I'm glad it didn't. Got to page 88 with My Roommate's a Vampire. I don't know how to feel about it. I haven't read this one, but I also feel like I haven't heard a whole lot about it. How long is this? 88 pages? Like, I feel like that's got to be pretty far into it. 2 or 3 chapters down. Nice. Incredible. Ate a late breakfast, early lunch. No work or reading done. Just spent time watching. So good. But maybe either this sprint or the next one, because I do think I should be able to fit 2 more in. At 70% of audiobooks, so further by 10% after the sprint. Nice. Love this. You're getting close to the end too. I had breakfast and read 25 pages. Lucky day got weird and interesting right off the bat. Yep. It's so weird. Oh, it's so good though. It's all of Chuck Tinkle's books. You just know going in, you're like, there is no way to predict what's going to be on this page. My dad didn't know I was on sprints, and I have a loud cat, and his immediate response to the time was, shut up. This is so funny. Your poor cat got yelled at for no reason. I'm convinced it was my screamy cat. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. I changed my book to The Wilds by Sarah Pierce. I will get The Ghost later this weekend. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to get The Ghost really soon when I finish this, which I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm over halfway, so it shouldn't be too long. 20% into the Windweaver, and I love the banter. Yay! Glad you made a choice, and like I'm so excited to read this one at some point, hopefully soon. Hello from Japan. Hi, welcome. Happy to have you. What are you reading? What are you up to? Started Anathema so far. The vibes are great. I love this. You have to turn your brain entirely off for My Roommate is a Vampire. It is what it is. Oh, God. Is that like a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. It's a little over 300. Like, it's fine, but I don't see it over 3 stars at the moment. This is valid. Not every book's going to be 5 stars or even 4 stars. Got to 70% of my audiobook listening to Final Girls by Riley Sager. Fun. I love a good Riley Sager. I don't think... Did I read this one? I can never remember. I read one of the two. I can't remember if I read Final Girls by Riley Sager or The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I do not know the difference between them, and I only read one of them, but I do not ever remember which one it was. I have to look it up every time to figure it out. Oh, so funny. Thank you. I was building when I was getting the link set up last night. I was like, but I want a fun background, and it felt perfect. I don't have a black cat technically. Mine are I don't know what pattern they're called, but they're both the same, and they're not black cats. But it's the vibe. Is Final Girls good? I've had mixed results with Riley Sager. I want to know if it's worth it since I think it's his debut. Was that his debut? Oh, interesting. Where did I put my phone? I don't remember which one I read. Final Girls. I did read that one. Okay, this is the one that I read. I gave it 4 stars 2.5 years ago. I do not remember much about it, but this is the one I did read Final Girls, not the Grady Hendrix one. This is the one I read. I thought a no-brainer book is what I needed, but it isn't hitting. Sad. You could always put it down and switch to something else and come back to it when you are more in the mood for a no-brain kind of book. I have no idea what I'm doing today. I got home from work a couple hours ago, so I'm just sitting here contemplating life. Relatable. Sometimes that's what you need. You just need to do nothing. Reset. It's a mental reset. Reading Stephen King's Night Shift. Started this year to read all Stephen King books. This is so exciting. I also have been working through quite a few Stephen King books this year in Discord, and there's just so many. I'll never get through them all. I have not read The Night Shift yet, though. For a second, I was like, I've cried the past 3 days because of 911, the show, but I'm not crying now, but that's Kovu. His tail's all fluffed up, and I don't know why, because he's the only one. I don't even know where Kiara is. She's not even in this room. So, I don't know what he's freaking out about, why he's getting all fluffed up. But it's Kovu. Liking it so far. I don't love the characters, but it's very interesting, I think. Okay. Hopefully it'll grow on you a bit. Me internally. Valid. Yes, if you want to join our Stephen King read-along, we are doing Pet Sematary this month, but we've been reading a different Stephen King book every single month. The Night Shift has not been on our list. Wait, is it on our list? Wait, is it on our... Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wait a second. Is it... It's our December book. It's our December book. I completely forgot. The Night Shift is our December book, so we'll end up having a discussion. It's pretty free-flowing. It's literally just people reading at their convenience and then just chatting about it while they're reading. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and it's been helping me keep up with actually reading a lot of them. Yes, the cats. It took me a second, but I'm yeah, that's the cats crying. Final Stephen King book on my TBR this month. Wait, the final one? Oh my gosh. Wait, which one? Which one's your last one? Is it the newest one, maybe? Because didn't one come out this year? I need to start Pet Sematary soon. Yeah, this one I feel is going to be super easy for me because I go back and this is one of the only ones I've read before. And so part of me is I should like I want to reread it, but the first time I read it, I only read it on audio. But because I'm rereading it, I feel like I want to reread it on audio, even though that's the only way I've read it before. So I'm like debating going back and forth if I should try to read it physically or just do the audio again. Because I did really like the audio. And what are you doing, Kovu? Oh, God. He's chasing his tail on top of our dining hutch full of dishes. Love this. But yeah, like listening to the Pet Sematary audio was like one of the first couple audiobooks I ever read. The whole way through. And so like, it's just like, is very important to me. So I definitely want to reread it. I watched the first episode yesterday. And it was something. I love it. Like, I love the show. I don't care how ridiculous it is, and it's ridiculous. It's gonna get more ridiculous in the next couple episodes, but I love it. I literally cried so much watching the end, like getting caught up for the new season. I cried so much. It was embarrassing. Yes, short stories. I just finished Pet Sematary last night and completely forgot to post on Discord. That's fine. The chat is there. Honestly, all the old chats are there too. Anytime if you like end up reading books late, because even sometimes like I end up reading the books late sometimes, because it's hard. And some of his books are so long that I take a lot longer to read them than I expected. I'm so excited for Deb at Never Flinch. So that is the newest one, I think, right? Which I think I can't read any of the newer ones because I haven't read it's about the girl, right? And I haven't read her books yet. Rereading it, incredible. Oh, flashbacks to last year, because we read it last year for Halloween and watched the movies. Whew. I might go back and reread some of our chats. That was a fun time. There is the fairy tale he just released, but not really counting that one. True. Yeah, I think Never Flinch is the one I was thinking of as like being the most recent. He's a chaos cat today. Ken Cove is the favorite? Look. Kovu, it's so hard. I don't want to say I have a favorite. Kovu is my first kitty. And so like he will always hold a place in my heart forever. He's also the chillest when it comes to like wanting to cuddle. Kiara will cuddle with you for 3 seconds and then get bored and walk away and make you feel like you did something wrong. And Kovu, once he's settled, unless you disturb him, he is good for hours. But Kiara will, she can't sit still. No, what could go wrong with that? Literally nothing. He's now chill. He's laying down. But now he's like a gargoyle because he's elevated above the room so he can watch over everything. Never read a Stephen King. But are there any recommendations for beginners? I've heard very mixed things, and I'm also a wimp. This is so valid. And I do think there's some of them. If like the horror part is the stuff that you're like not super like fond of, there are definitely some that are less like gory or less like weird like that. Deb definitely would be one that can share like recommendations of like starting on some of them. But like, I just these 11/22/63. It's a really, really popular one. It's not considered really horror. It's more of like a sci-fi thriller kind of. And it is so good. It is so good. And like the horror element will not be there as much. but yeah, it is very, very long. But that's when a lot of people do start with, I think, because of like it's very well loved and it's a little bit different than some of the other horror ones. King books really do work well on audio. Yay! So happy to have you there. And you can, yeah, we're joining. I mean, obviously you're reading The Night Shift now. We'll be reading it in December. And then like chatting about it. So you can absolutely share your thoughts. I mean, you can share them in the Stephen King regular chat. And then like once I open up a chat for December, talk about it more there. Just realized your cats are Kobo and Kiara from The Lion King too. It's like my favorite Disney Channel. It's my favorite Disney movie, animated movie. The Lion King 2 and a Goofy movie, tops. Nothing will beat them. So when I got a cat, I was like, heck yeah, it's going to be Kobo. Are you kidding me? They're not brother and sister, but they look identical. We got them 2 years apart. 2 years? Yeah, I think we got them 2 years apart, but they look this very similar. Like they could be siblings, but they're not. We're not going to talk about it. I haven't started it. I haven't read it. It's so short. It's so short. I need to read it. It was last month's book and I didn't do it. I'm sorry. I failed. Yeah, it happens. Been thinking of rereading it. Nice. Okay, it is her. Oh, Holly, right? Yeah, I definitely would want to read them in order, knowing that they even have that little connection. Life of Chuck is short with a movie adaptation to sample King without scary. Oh, I didn't realize. I don't actually know anything about Life of Chuck. I didn't really look at the description either. So I didn't really know it wasn't scary horror either, but yeah. Like your pets, my dog got hit by a bus earlier this week and thankfully he's survived, but we thought for a day. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear this. I'm glad that he survived. But I'm so sorry to hear that. That's really scary. Read Carrie Salem's Lot. Nice. Yeah, Carrie was good. Carrie was really good, actually. I really liked that one. And I watched the movie when I was way too young to be watching horror movies, and it scarred me. But the book, so good. Yes, we love Stephen King around here. Hi, Bree. Welcome. It was a 5-star for me and will not be knocked off the list. Incredible. I'll read something you've already read. Yeah, we all of like at the bottom of the Discord is all of the like archives of like the older chats from the books we've read in the previous months. So that way you can see which ones we've read before. And I do have the thing in the announcements of it's all the way at the top of the announcements, but our list for this year. I've not begun to think about what next year's going to look like. With The Shining, The Stand, The Dead Zone, Firestarter, and Cujo to choose after I finish Night Shift. Reading in order, nice. I did end up skipping The Dead Zone. We haven't read The Stand yet, and I skipped The Dead Zone by accident. I just like couldn't handle it. My brain was like not working that month. There's so many good ones. It does have to, it's like a historical sci-fi thriller kind of deal. It does. And like I don't necessarily love like the historical elements of books tend to be like they don't work as well for me, but this book was so good. So good. Read nonfiction on him this year and he's a horrible human but fascinating life and presidency. Indeed. I still haven't read The Dead Zone or Doomakey. I actually also skipped Doomakey. Forgot. I had the book from my library and then I ran out of time and I had to return it. Rip. So those are the two that I skipped too. Just jumping on, I'm about to start reading Seeking Persephone by Sarah M. Eden. Nice. Welcome in and hope you are enjoying it. Or hope you enjoy reading it when you start. Kind of reading in order, but not with trying to get holds for some of them. Also collecting the new paperback covers. I do love the new paperback ones. Rip Doomakey. Wasn't this like your favorite one, Deb? Didn't you love Doohickey? And a bunch of us skipped it. It's just so dang long. This is the guy about the vacation or something, right? I will read it at some point. I need it. I should have read it for my chunky challenge, but I didn't. I did read The Dead Zone already. Forgot what it was about. Doohickey is one of my faves. Yes, this is what I thought. Very creepy atmosphere. Water setting for horror. Bingo. Easy mode. Ooh, wait, this is good. I'm working on building my horror bingo. Because I have, yeah. Like I will read it, Deb. I'm so sorry. Okay, so now we've been chatting for a bit. I do want to jump into another sprint. If we do another 45, then we probably can fit in another short one afterwards, and it'll lead up into Deb's sprints at 1 o'clock. So that'll be in like just under an hour and a half. And again, I do have this video set to redirect. So as soon as mine ends, it'll send you right over to Deb's. So the sprints can continue forever. The house is kind of over the water, but not sure if it's enough for hard mode. Gotcha. Okay, let's jump into the next sprint, and I will see you guys in 45 minutes. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. How was your sprint? What were you up to? How did your progress go? I am now 76% into Wooing the Witch Queen. This book is so dang cute. This book is so good. I had no idea what I was getting into. Also, the lighting in here is it's getting cloudy, and so the sun's not coming in anymore. But anyway, I didn't know what to expect with this book, but it is so cute. Like, it's the cozy, like, relatively low stakes. Like, it's just a vibe. I'm loving it. I have like 60 pages maybe left. Oh, so good. Let's see. Do I want to read one of Dev's favorites? The pressure's on. So the thing, especially because this was for Doomakey, I read the first like chapter and a half, and I was like, this is too much for my brain right now. And like, I did not want to give it an unfair chance. So that's why I ended up not reading it. Because I was like, I can't do this right now. And I'll come back to it. Tamara will be back for Deb's sprints. Aw, I hope the movie is good. Time to get ready for Harvest Fest. Woo! Should see you on sprints later. Thanks for joining. Hope that you are able to pop in for some of the other sprints later too. Hi, Bree. Definitely meant to join you this morning, but I woke up so late. All good. Totally all good. I'm surprised that I woke up for like 9 a.m. sprints on a weekend. I'm surprised I woke up in time. So, all good. But like, there's literally sprints all day long. Back, had to do some running around, but got my glasses adjusted. This is so good. I have like the plastic frames now for my glasses when I wear glasses. But when I was first wearing my glasses in like school age, like middle school, high school, even like a little bit in college too, I had the like wire frames and I had to get them adjusted all the time because my nose bent them out of shape and then they would hurt. Like, that's just like the physical frame. My prescription didn't change much ever, but like the frames themselves always dug in, and I had to go in and like they would fix it for free and like do the adjustments, but I was always afraid I was going to bend them too far and snap the nose pieces off. 70% into Zodiac Academy, still a fun time. Nice. For like how long this is, 70% is great. Like making some solid progress. And I'm glad you're having fun. Read a whole half of a short story. Love this. 30 more pages. Nice. Did not read. You know, it happens. It happens. Are you still staring at a wall? I was playing around in StreamYard to do setup, and it's a bit buggy. It won't let me change themes, but I'll deal with that after my already scheduled stream ends. Oh, interesting. It won't let you change themes? That's rude. That's rude. StreamYard, I love StreamYard, but like, it does have its bugs. For sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah. Finished some filming, ate, and did some online banking, going food shopping a bit, so I don't have to get out in the storm that's coming to the Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey area. Ooh, yeah, no. Staying home during storms, for sure. But glad you're able to get some productive stuff done. 66% sorting my Pokemon cards. Incredible. 82%, about an hour and a half left, considering what to listen to next. The Land by Lucy Rose is really good, in my opinion. Oh, this is awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And like, you're so close to finishing. If you have options of what you're like considering next, we can help. 30% into Windweaver, really, really into it. Potential 5 stars. Yay! This is exciting. I feel confident that when I eventually read it, it's probably going to be at least 4 or 5 stars based on what I've heard from it. So, oh my gosh, it's 1:30 in Japan. Good Lord, that is early. That's early. We had big loud trash trucks driving around the neighborhood at 7 o'clock. Didn't have much choice in getting up. That's rude, honestly. Like, I get it. They have lots. They have a lot of places they have to get to, but I am glad our house is like set back from the road a little bit. Like, we have a pretty decent sized. Our driveway is pretty long, and since our trash cans go to the end of the driveway, I'm really glad because it means that the trash truck is not that loud because it's not like right next to our house. I usually honestly don't even hear the truck. If I'm not already awake, I don't hear it. I'll be joining Deb for sprints and listening to What Fury Brings. Nice. I just got my Owl Crate Romantasy copy of this. I didn't open it yet, but I just got my copy yesterday. I think that was the one. I think that was the Owl Crate Romantasy one. Yeah. But I haven't opened it. And technically I had an ARC, and I obviously failed at reading that too. But let me know how it is, because I do need to read this at some point for like all of my goals. If it's literally every single goal that I have. Very glad there's sprints all day because I'm like 50% of the way in my book and I'm sat. Love this. Love this. All the sprints all day long. I TikToked and Discorded. Fair enough. I have also, I've been breaking up some of my stuff with a little bit of TikTok every once and again. I do need to like run through Discord. I feel like there's a lot of, I have not been on Discord the last couple of days much, so I need to go back through. Every time I log in lately, they've added things or changed things, so I'm not shocked. Just not 100% smooth. Yeah, I also feel the same way. Every time I log in, it's like another pop-up that's like, hey, check this out. And I'm like, no. I just wanted to do what it's done before. Thank you. I have the lamb, so that's good to hear. Nice. Just realized I need to pick my next audiobook options. It's our big trash pickup day, like put furniture and stuff out for free, so I did get rid of stuff. Thankfully, it isn't most Saturdays. Okay, well, this is good. I'm glad that they have those kinds of days for you to like get rid of the like big stuff, because I feel like usually they're like, if it doesn't fit in your trash can, you can't put it out. Like, okay. It's the weekend, no teaching. My husband is away with friends till Monday, home alone. Love it. Incredible. Incredible. I just got mine yesterday too, which is why I started it. I landed on the new to TBR spot. That's so perfect. That was the perfect timing, honestly. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to land on that. As soon as I finish this book, I have to roll again. So we'll see. I have about 2 hours of my audiobook, but also some options on Spotify. It's probably going to be a classic since they're so readily available, or I can continue Dracula, order the yellow wallpaper. Ooh, nice. Yeah, you definitely have lots of options there. I'm not. You said continue Dracula, so you already started it? I would say continue. Work on getting through that thing. Looked at Libby, and I have a short book that's going away in 3 days, so I'll be reading The Vampire Knitting Club. Perfect. I love this. Nat votes yellow wallpaper because it's super short. There you go. I do love a short book. That's kind of why I like this one fit my prompt perfectly, but also it was so short. I was like, I know I can get through this in less than 24 hours. So we're going to do that. But I do have Academy for Liars expiring in I think it's 6 days. So I just need to like read it relatively soon. But okay, we are going to do one more sprint. I'm just gonna I just need to reset the timer we're gonna do a shorter one because Deb starts it's gonna be a really, really short sprint, like super duper short. What did I do? Okay. We're gonna do like Oh, reading my best friend's exorcism. This one's so fun. I hope you're loving it. Deb does start in 30 minutes. Yes. Yes, Deb starts in 30 minutes. So I'm thinking we can do like a 15-minute sprint. Because we won't need to do a ton of talking, like chatting, because if people are going straight into Deb's, it's gonna automatically send people over, and then like Deb's gonna obviously do a little bit of talking at the beginning. So we don't need to have a lot of chatting time at the end of this because we can chat in Deb's. A good reset, exactly. So I'm thinking, yeah, if we do like 15 minutes, and then that gives everybody time to you can be productive for 15 minutes, and then there'll be like a couple of downtime minutes in between the sprints too. I think that works. Okay, so let me bring this back up. Perfect. Oh, I did not reset this. Oops. I'll put that in the middle. Okay, I will see you guys in 15 minutes then. I have a friend. She's been screaming at me for the last few seconds, so I don't know what she's up to. I'm gonna say hi. How's everybody's 15 minutes of rapid sprinting? I don't even know. I read like maybe 10 pages, but that was the most exciting 10 pages of this whole book. Things are turning, the action is increasing. It's still cozy, but like it's the higher stakes of the low stakes cozy, you know, it's working. Hello, would you like to come closer? No? Okay. Yes? Ah, perfect. Ooh, okay, let me get my mouse. Hello. Say hi, Kiara. Oh, well, now I can't see the screen. Come on. You have to, I can't see the screen. You're not a good window. You're not a good window. Okay, let's see. 42% in the Hunger Zone. Also have the action plan typed out and made a list of resources that I need to additionally make as examples before I move into the narrative. Nice! This is great progress. Most of the summer, the trash truck comes in at 5 a.m. weekly because we're the first pickup, and they move it an hour early during the summer. That is so early, man. Ugh. Okay. I should have just let you stand in front of the computer and just sit there. Anyway, that is so obnoxiously early and loud. The trash in Japan is a bit different. Twice a week, normal rubbish, which is put together with many other households in one place once a month. Okay. That is definitely a different type of system, but probably a little bit easier to manage. And less for them to have to go around and like pick up things. Listen to Hunger Zone for this readathon. What do you think? Kiara's made her appearance, and then she's sitting like right here, like just past the computer. But yeah, made progress on the short story, but still not done. You'll get there so soon. You have so many sprints. Only got 5% more because people wanted to check out books and get a library card. Can you imagine people coming to the library to use the library resources? I'm kidding. Support it. I support people checking out the books and getting library cards, even though it distracted you. Watch Lexi's video and color corrected a video for TikTok. Nice. I definitely need to catch up on watching some videos. Maybe I'll do that while I eat lunch because I forgot to do that. So I'll be doing that during Deb's sprints. Made progress a full 2%. I know 15 minutes is like we're just moving so fast. You think Kiara's your favorite? Aw. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Come here. No, come back. She ran away. She ran away. She's shy now that she knows she has fans. Living for the Kiara content. She just chose to sit on the floor instead of sitting with me. So that's how it's going. She's mad that I wouldn't let her sit directly in front of my screen. So she sits on the floor. But 2 cats really like blocking the cameras. It's so true. It's like they know. They know what they're doing. They're like, let me get right up in the way. Constantly tell my dogs they make a better door than a window. It's so true. Ugh. I don't even know where the other one is right now. He's disappeared. And she's being a menace. Cute window, but not functional. So true. It's the decorative windows. Checked in the yellow wallpaper is really short, so I'll choose it next and then get back to Dracula. This is a good choice. Kiara, come back. Lots of sorting of trash. Definitely. Made it to 14% and seeking from 70. Very promising start. This is exciting. They were nice and cool people and didn't cause problems, so it's all good. That's ideal. If you have to work with people or help people, that's the ideal. Took the 15 minutes off my chaos spinner. We did one last weekend. That was enough. Love this. Yeah. The 15-minute ones they're something. Kiara, let me love you. Like chases after her. Me all the time. To be clear, the 14% was over the course of 2 sprints. You know what? That's good. 14% though, like still. Yeah, I probably made 1% during that 15 minutes. Like that was not great. But like 14% is great overall anyway. Okay, on that note, I'm going to end my sprints. Deb is going to have sprints starting in a couple minutes. For Deb's note, I will probably not be there right at the beginning because I need to go get food. I'm like real hungry. But I may be able to join a little bit later. I got some things I got to sort once I'm done here. But if you stay on this page, once I close, it will redirect you to Deb's video, her live stream, so that when she starts, it'll start right up. So you can just stay put. And yeah, so don't forget, Halloweekend is obviously happening. A lot of you are participating. TBR Harvest is also happening. If you're not doing that, it's also super fun. Sprints are happening literally all day today, Halloweekend. So enjoy that. And I think that's everything. If I'm forgetting something, oops. But thanks for joining. So glad everyone's here. Matt's not at home. He had to work today. So it's just me. I have to do everything for myself now. But thanks everybody for being here. And I will talk to y'all in a bit. Bye.